Welcome back to Size Previews. As always, I'm Louis Matthews, joined by Chris Binns. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. So we're going to start the episode with something you have seen before, but that might just be because it leads on to something you haven't seen before, and it's the AS230 and the AS240.
I know we've had these on before and we've showed you them and we've gone on about the quality on them, but the quality is ridiculous. Do you mean these are two of my favourites from last year that are actually going to land this year now, obviously, because of whatever else has been going on. But I'm just excited to finally get them out. Do you mean it's almost like we've had this kind of journey, 230s, 240s, like, do you mean? And then we did our own as well in there. So it's like we just want to complete the journey now and get to the end of it, because we've got. Well, I said there's two more shoes here. We have got another two shoes to come.
We have.
Complete the journey.
So to give you a bit of context and just to tee up where we're going, the AS230 has always been a traditional navy base, which is why we've paid homage to it with the full sort of tonal approach. For the 240, it's always been a black base, which again is the full tonal approach. And again, we've paid homage to the Grail, which is the United Arrows Tobacco, which we both love. So there's 230 navy, 240 black. There's also a 250, which is a white based shoe. And I mean, these look fantastic in the flesh. When you see the quality of the leather on there as well, they look spot on. We've taken those original German footbeds, translated them to Japanese. Again, just a nod to the provenance and DNA of this shoe.
Yeah, I felt a bit like Bully Peter then, like here's something I prepared earlier. But honest, the quality on these, this is the first one that's leather as well. Everybody knows traditionally 250 is white leather. Wow, the leather is unbelievable. And I know I said this about a lot of shoes, but you really need to kind of get into it, get it in your hands to see how good the leather is. I mean, we went back and forward, then we got the right leather in the end. It wasn't like a straightforward process, but absolute bangers. And it just completes the pack. I mean, I've got every single one there. I mean, I can't wait to get these in. These for me are worldies. But to get this in, coming into some summer months soon as well. Do you mean white base, a great leather shoe as well? Do you mean I'm just so excited to finally get it out.
And it's really important because with these shoes, they might just seem quite simple, and they might just seem quite plain. There's not masses of storytelling in terms of the colour, but in itself they are quite purist.
Yeah.
In terms of a collector's piece, you need things like this in your collection. These are like periods of time. It's a time capsule immortalising that period of these like Japanese exclusives and things, and I think they're iconic for that reason.
Well, there's definitely a legacy there with the AS series, and we just wanted to kind of get this chunk back out there again.
We wouldn't be credible if we didn't.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So we're really riding the crest of a wave with PUMA Terrace products. The Godfather Palermos have just been. What an incredible launch that was. And I mean, we need to go again.
Well, we need to follow it up. How can we follow it up?
So the Arizona returns. It's a shoe that we've been after for a long time to work on. And what a better way to talk about Arizona than a very, very long-standing college football rivalry, spanning back to 1885.
This is a famous college rivalry, and it's two big colleges from that state. So it's massive. Those of you who know who it is. And we've referenced the team colours in these shoes. We're massively happy about these shoes. Like I said this the last episode, and I'll say it every time we've got a pair of PUMA shoes on here. The quality, unbelievable. The boxes are all unbelievable. What I will say, these are not the final samples. There will be some minor alterations around the laces, the tongue tags changing slightly, and just some of the overlays are going to be changing to suede. But we wanted to get it in front of you. We wanted to show it to you because we're excited about this shoe. Do you mean it's another great shoe?
I think also.
You're going to say what I was going to say?
Maybe you say it.
Well, you say it first, mate. Go on.
I was going to say, these are all individually numbered 1 to 500. We've done it before with the Joe Namath New York. We're doing it again with these Arizonas. For me, it just makes it even more special. When you get your pair, that is literally your unique pair. And for me, that does take it to another level.
Yeah, 100%. And like you said, we did it with the Joe Namath. And I think that kind of went under the radar a little bit. I think people didn't really realise until they got it. But that just shows how rare it is. 500 pairs again. And you know, with the Godfather, if you don't get in there, get it early enough, you're going to miss out. These executions, there's a lot of storytelling that goes behind these. These executions are bang on. The shoe's a little bit slimmer, I'd say, than something like PUMA. Obviously, it's more of a running shoe, but still really, really strong.
That's what's great for me now. So start to see when PUMA have like expanded their roster and there's a bit more architecture in that range. It's nice to see the different toolings, the different models, the shapes, and that's what you want from a collection. You want that variety.
Yeah, I mean, when they're having a blend in here, like you've got obviously Godfather Palermo, keep on going about that because bangers. But you've got Tramp on top of that. You've got inline PUMAs. There's some more really exciting stuff coming.
Yeah.
Munster and all these kind of things coming through now. There's really a lot of shoes to go out, and they're really showing off their archive. Finally, we've got to a point where you go in our stores and you've got a big chunk of their archive, and it's like just the tip of the iceberg.
And I think the final point to mention on these, I know you mentioned the box is special, it's not a normal box, it's a special box, paying homage to these teams in the colours as well. So what a package, what a collection, and I can't wait to see these land on store. Now this is exciting for us because we're going to finish the episode with something you definitely haven't seen yet. And it's kind of moving on from something that Adidas have started already and you'll have seen. So we know the City Series, we know the Island Series, we've come to know the State Series.
I mean, the State Series is come out. We've got Lone Star out there at the moment. It's been a great reception around it. The shoes are great, and I quite like what they're doing around this, and they're moving that City Series piece onto something completely new and completely fresh. And in that world, it's always nice to see something new. But we've got our own take on the State Series.
And I'd like us to introduce the size Nevada, aka the Silver State.
Yeah, exactly. And this for us has been an amazing project to work on. I mean, you might have seen some leaks out there already. I've seen a few of the leaks, and it's completely not this shoe.
Definitely not this shoe.
It's a grey shoe. I think it had grey straps or silver straps on it.
Yeah.
We seen that originally. We got the opportunity to kind of work on the shoe, and we thought, let's spice it up a little bit. What does Nevada mean to us? And we just because of what kind of people we are.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we're weird or anything, but we thought aliens.
Well, I think
Area 51.
people thought casino, we thought aliens.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we thought aliens, Area 51. We really wanted to channel into that, and the detail, I think for me on this is, I mean, the shape of the shoe is amazing. As a shoe on its own, take the details away, come on, absolute banger.
You might have seen a sort of subtle nod to Shanghai sample number 1.
Yeah, there is a little nod in there. That's a great observation, but we always said we might bring that back. So
Yeah, we might still bring that back. Like you've seen in Lone Star and the nod on the tongue, this time it's probably, and it could be, and this is a bold move, could be my favourite tongue we've ever done.
Yeah.
Look at the trefoil hidden in the alien's head there. I'm toying with the idea, I don't know whether we say this or not, and I think we do say it.
No, I know what you're going to talk about. I was thinking, do we keep it a secret, or do we reveal the secret? I mean, you did it the last episode with The Godfather, you revealed it, so do we just go out and tell people?
I think we do. So it looks relatively clean and simple from there, and you think, yeah, quite a classic footbed. But all is not what it seems, because if you take out that, what you see as a classic footbed, you'll see the bespoke UFO illustration with some hidden things in there as well. We'll let you discover the hidden things in there, but all is not what it seems on this pack. So there's a few little details that we're not going to tell you about, but I'm so happy with these, how they've come out. I like the fact they nod to these other projects, but also takes the whole collection into a completely new space.
Yeah, and that's what I love about this, is that you're almost creating these like modern classics. Do you mean? It's like, obviously we see a lot of City Series come back and a lot of original shoes, but what we always want to do as well is create new things that become grails or become things that are searching out. Do you mean? We did that with City Series last year, we've done it with State Series this year, and we're going to do it with some more bits towards the end of the year as well. So it's like, we want to create these modern classics as well.
And I think because it was inspired by something literally out of this world, we felt we had the license to maybe play around with it a bit more. That's why in a lot of the traditional City Series things we do, we keep it relatively purist in terms of execution. With this being inspired by something a little bit extraterrestrial, we felt we had a bit more license to push it, which is why you see the sort of gradient stripe execution there, and it's come out perfectly. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel to see all the content we've got coming through, and I'd love to know your thoughts and feedback in the comments below. Thanks again, we'll see you next time.